Welcome to Irish in Seattle, the podcast series where we showcase the Pacific Northwest. And in each episode, we're going to showcase an outdoor activity, a neighborhood, and a restaurant or brewery. For today's episode, our outdoor activity is the Burke-Gilman Trail. The Burke-Gilman is a trail that runs up the northwest side of Lake Washington. It connects with other trails, giving people access to 50 miles and more of routes and trails around the lakes and around Seattle. It's a pretty amazing place to have access to. Pretty lucky to have it. And you can just get onto the Burke, bike or walk or skate, run for, small amount of time, and you're at a new neighborhood or you're at a new restaurant or a new outdoor experience. So pretty lucky to have this, have a lot of lakeside access. So for today we're going to visit the Figurehead Brewery, which has a really unique aspect to it. I'm from Dublin, Ireland. I've been here in America, in Seattle, for 20 years. When I was growing up, I was a big fan of Japanese culture. Me and my brother did karate and, obsessed with all things Japan. And I was lucky enough when I got older to be able to visit Japan twice. I got to go once for work for 2 weeks in Tokyo, and then 2 years ago I had to go visit with my family for 2 weeks, and it was an incredible experience. The thing that I love most about Japan, outside of all the wonderful things there is to love about it, is the food. And that's what makes the Figurehead so special. The Figurehead has yatori style, which is Japanese street cart, food carts, in the back of the brewery. So you've got sushi, you've got yakitori, and you have ramen. And it's absolutely fantastic food from authentic local chefs, and the food is unreal. So we're gonna go meet Bob, one of the owners there, and interview him about the place and get some food. So that's the plan. Oh, one other thing. If we don't get there by 11 a.m., the most evil cameraman in the world, Anthony, aka Tony, aka the devil, is going to abandon us, and we'll have to walk home all the way back. So you need to get there in time. Let's go. One day, Loki. One day, this will all be yours. It is your birthday. I love the kind of London waterways, steampunk vibe to everything. It's really awesome. Better not get a ticket. Loki, where are we going? Loki, Anthony picked us up. Where are we going? Oh, we're going to the Figurehead? Is that where we're going? Okay, we're going to the Figurehead. That's where we're supposed to. Okay, good. All right, thanks. Good job. Thank God we weren't late. All right. Welcome. We are at the Figurehead Brewery with owner Bob Monroe. Today, the day after St. Patrick's Day in March, I wanted to showcase this place because I found it through some friends. It is fantastic. It's one of my favorites in the city.
and I wanted the opportunity to interview Bob about this awesome place. So I'll get us rolling. So Bob, who are you? Where are we? Tell me a bit of your story, sir.
Sure, yeah, thanks for coming. So my name is Bob Monroe. I'm one of the founders of Figurehead Brewery here in Seattle. We opened Figurehead in 2016 in the Magnolia neighborhood, right across the street from Fisherman's Terminal. That's where our brew house is. That's where we brew all of our beer. We are currently sitting in our second location, which opened in April of last year. So we're about a month away from our 1-year anniversary.
Nice. Okay.
So we call this Figurehead Stoneway. We're right on Stoneway here in Fremont. And that's where we are.
Okay. And tell me about the origin of the namesake, Figurehead.
Sure. We looked for space originally back in 2014, 2015, looking for space for about 2 years. And we finally found a space, and we get ready to sign a lease, and we didn't have a name. We'd gone through 4 iterations while we looked for space. Didn't like any of them. So we're like, oh man, we got to figure out a name. So the space we found was right across the street from Fisherman's Terminal.
Right.
So it kind of had that maritime connection to the sea. And also one of our founders basically spent his entire working career in the maritime industry. Okay. So it kind of had that maritime connection built in. Right. So we figured we needed to do something along those lines. So if people aren't clear, Figurehead is the lady on the front of the boat.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. No, that's perfect.
The statue that comes out the front of the boat.
Yeah.
That is the figurehead. So that's where the name came from.
I like the Pacific Northwest. I like the water. I like the islands. I like going out on the ferries, and so it definitely appealed to me. And you're gonna see, you can see like the paddles on the wall and a lot of boating pictures from local artists. So I like it. It's a nice theme, and I think it's one of those things that I love about the Pacific Northwest is just the water and everything that brings. Okay, so then tell me about, there's something special about this place. Tell me about the uniqueness of the Japanese yatai food options that are here.
Yeah, so at our heart, we're brewers, right? We're not restaurateurs. But we knew when we opened the second location that we wanted to have super good, high quality food as part of the experience, right? So we looked at, what methods could we use to incorporate that into our second location without having to take that responsibility on ourselves. So at our Magnolia location, we had a food truck coming named Midnight Ramen. It started at our location. Spent about 3.5 years coming there 3 days a week. And they built a really great following, and we built a relationship with them. So we figured when we opened the second location, let's do it together in essence. So we found a very specific type of space that would allow us to have a full kitchen in the back operated by Midnight Ramen, and also space to actually put their trailer inside, which is kind of super unique. So great food from them in the back, and then we operate the tap room in the front with the seating and all the drinks. So that's kind of the way it's set up. Yatai is a reference to Japanese street food, street carts, a style of service, and that was really the inspiration behind Midnight Ramen. That's the feel that he wanted to create, was a street ramen cart in Japan. So we've kind of incorporated that into the space here. So you go to the back, you order from the actual cart that now sits in the tap room, or there's some self-service counters in the back as well, where you can get a variety of, in essence, kind of Japanese comfort foods. So ramen, sushi, yakitori, lots of great selection of different food options in the back.
And I just want to call out that that's one of the unique things about this place, and why it's one of my favorites in the city is, I've loved Japanese culture since I was a kid. I mean, my brother always did, and I got the opportunity to travel to Japan twice in the last couple of years, and I just fell in love with the culture even more. And getting to come here and getting 3 different styles of great Japanese food, incredible quality, very comforting, it really is kind of a signature aspect of this place, and just also one of the reasons why I wanted to feature it in this video.
Yeah.
Because it's just such a cool experience. And again, you know, this is self-made content. I'm not getting paid or promoted by you in any way, but I just flipping love this place. Specifically for the great options of, you know, drink, non-alcoholic drink and food, but specifically the food as well. So I attest to it, you know, as a very happy customer. It's one of my favorite places.
Yeah, I think it's a really unique concept within Seattle. It really creates this kind of almost like a food hall vibe.
Yeah.
Where you've got multiple different businesses where you can get different things, whatever you really like, and you can mix and match. And
I also like that, as you said, the food hall type of experience. That really shows through, you know, when I'm here with the kids. That there's always kids, there's board games. It's a very comforting. It's not super loud. It's not like a very loud environment in the sense of like lots of kids screaming or anything like that. But it's very family vibe. It's very comfortable. It's just very open and welcoming. And the combination of just the staff and the brewery and then the restaurants at the back, the food, you know, the yatai card style at the back, it's just a really open, welcoming place. And I've come here with multiple parents from our school and with their kids, and even if we have to pull 4 tables together, there's never been an issue, and it's a very relaxed atmosphere, and I really appreciate that about it.
yeah, that's great to hear. I mean, that's exactly what we're going for, is creating a welcoming environment for everybody.
Yeah.
Whoever walks through the door, you're going to be welcome here.
Yeah.
And we've got, you know, games. We got free Pokemon cards.
Free
with
Pokemon
kittens.
cards.
We got root beer on tap.
Yeah.
Yeah, so my kids love it here too.
Yeah. Okay, so tell me about what your experience now. It's coming up on a year of Fremont. We're in the Fremont neighborhood. This is a really rich neighborhood overall. You know, I could do hours and hours and hours of content about this place. But tell me what your experience has been so far. That, you know, 11 months that you've been here and building this place up. What's it been like with the neighborhood and the neighbors and the whole, you know, environment?
Yeah, I mean, I think, you know, when we started looking for this second location, we really focused on neighborhoods that were very walking friendly. You know, people out and about a lot, and you know, Fremont is perfect in that aspect, right? There's lots of people out walking, biking, running. This location, we're just a couple blocks north of the Burke-Gilman Trail. We're not too far from Gasworks Park. We're right across the street from Evo and Brooks and Black Diamond now. So lots of kind of outdoorsy people and people that are out frequently, out and about. So in that way, Fremont has been the perfect location for us.
Yeah, it is a very open, vibrant neighborhood. A lot of the neighborhoods in Seattle are. I mean, it's kind of one of the beauties of the Pacific Northwest. But Fremont in particular has like a rich history. And so I think, you know, just from my experience, you know, between the Burke-Gilman, you know, for folks that don't know, the Burke-Gilman is this huge trail that goes around the lake in Seattle. So, you know, if you take a bike on the Burke-Gilman, you can access so many areas and neighborhoods across Seattle, and it's very cool. So you guys being so close to it, you're really going, what is it, like a 1-minute walk to the Burke-Gilman, and you know, having that access is awesome. You're right on the water as well, like you're right next to the water as well. So yeah, I think that's, you guys nailed it with your selection of kind of where and as far as access. And again, you know, in doing this content here and promoting you guys, like I hope people will realize that, yeah, get on the Burke-Gilman and just, you know, fly down on your bike and take a right, and you're right at the Figurehead.
Yeah,
so.
the Burke-Gilman goes basically down to U District, light rail to U District, bike here.
Yeah, so many options.
Well,
Oh, that's so cute.
Look at that. Stunning. Let's go. So Anthony and Loki are leaving, and I'm not getting brought home. So, okay, awesome. Bye, Loki. Bye, Tony. Luckily, we made it in time, and Anthony did not abandon us. So we are making it home, aren't we, buddy? So yeah. So we are on our way to our next shot.